Hi everyone, welcome to the latest WhatAcca video. WhatAcca.com, the leading website when it comes to all of your betting accumulators. We had some fantastic fun this week. We nearly landed the big money ACCA on Tuesday night and we did land the win treble. Hopefully we'll go into this weekend's action with lots of confidence and hopefully a few winners to show for it. We're having a really good February. Make sure you're signed up at WhatAcca for the email service. You'll get lots of free daily tips coming through. All of it's free, all of it's complimentary, and hopefully plenty of tips are going to be on the money this month and thereafter. Anyway, this is all about Premier League Game Week 25, which comes hard on the heels of Game Week 24. We've got a bit of data now to crunch over after the winter break. So let's look ahead at the 9 games and see what we think is going to happen. Let's kick things off with the clash between Manchester United and Southampton at Old Trafford. Manchester United look way too short in the betting for this match based on the fact that they drew 1-1 at Burnley after drawing 1-1 with Middlesbrough in the FA Cup. Southampton went to Tottenham and won 3-2, which was a fantastic and deserved win. The match prices just seem ridiculous based on the fact you can back Southampton at 9-2 to win this game. They have only lost one of their last 9 matches. We like the look of Southampton +1 on the Asian handicap. That's just trading at a shade of odds on, and if Southampton lose by a single goal, you'll get your money back. So it's fantastic insurance. We don't see Southampton losing this game by 2 goals or more. I'm not even sure I see Southampton losing this game full stop. They had a 1-1 draw against City before that win at Spurs. They're going great guns, and Ralph Hasenhutl's side should be supported in this match. Moving on to the match between Brentford and Crystal Palace. We're going to go for both teams to score yes in this game. Even though Brentford have lost their last 6 matches, they scored in 4 of those games. The only games they didn't score in were against Liverpool and Manchester City. So Thomas Frank's side looked quite enterprising at the Etihad Stadium. They could easily have scored in that game. We think they will find the net against an Eagles team who drew 1-1 at Norwich City. Palace have scored in the last 7 games. We're really surprised that both teams to score yes is trading as the outsider on this market, and we recommend that you take that potentially in an ACCA or 2. Everton go up against Leeds. Everton are up against it a little bit after losing at Newcastle 3-1. We're going to go for over 2.5 goals in this game against a very lively Leeds team who drew 3-3 at Villa Park. Dan James looked really good. He outshone Rafinha, who's been the shining light from an attacking point of view. Dominic Calvert-Lewin will be back for Frank Lampard's Everton. Lampard will want his team getting back to scoring ways. They did put 3 past Brentford at home in his first game. Over 2.5 goals seems the logical play here. Moving on to the 4th game, Watford go up against Brighton. Straight away, we looked for the under 2.5 goals price, and straight away we thought, yep, that would be great if you are inclined to bet on an ACCA with under 2.5 goals. It's not for everyone, but we don't think there'll be any more than 2 goals in this game. Roy Hodgson has taken charge of Watford. Even before Hodgson took charge, Watford were struggling to score goals under Ranieri. 0-1-1, 0-0-0 is their last 6 games, so they've scored 2 goals in the last 6 matches. Brighton are a team you can rely on not to go 2-goal crazy either. They've scored 13 goals in their 11 away matches. This could be a very tight game. It could be a 0-0. It could be 1-0 to either team or even a 1-1. All of those scorelines are covered in under 2.5 goals, so have a bang on that one. Under 2.5 goals probably won't happen when Norwich play against Manchester City. We think Manchester City are a good bet in this game, obviously, but you wouldn't want to back that even in an ACCA. But Manchester City plus both teams to score no could be the punt. Norwich have only scored 8 goals in their 12 home matches, Manchester City are looking as that like they're pretty mean from a defensive point of view. They've only conceded 8 goals in their 12 away games. In 6 of the last 9 matches they've played, this bet would have won. So therefore, we're happy to have a bet on Manchester City. Both teams to score no. Norwich are not full of goals. They only scored 1 against Palace, and that was a Timo Pukki 45-second opener. After that, things fizzled out for them. We're not expecting them to have much change out of the champions. Burnley go up against Liverpool. We're going to go for the same bet here. Slightly less confident than the City one, but still, Liverpool will have so much of the ball at Turf Moor. We're not imagining Sean Dyche's side are going to be too adventurous coming forward against the Liverpool team, for whom Sadio Mane is going to be back. Salah probably will have made an appearance against Leicester in some shape or form. Liverpool will have a high percentage of the ball. Jurgen Klopp is delighted with having a virtually fully fit squad now at his disposal. And Burnley are just so short on goals, really. They're averaging 1 per home match, so we think they might struggle to find the net here. So Liverpool, both teams to score no. Game 7 is Newcastle against Aston Villa. We're going to take a bit of a punt on this one. Newcastle and both teams to score yes. Both teams had really entertaining matches during the week. Newcastle, possibly their best performance of the season, when they beat Everton 3-1, came from behind and carved the Toffees open time and again, especially in that second half. Alan St-Maximin looked borderline unplayable in that game. They were vibrant. They just, all of a sudden, things have started to click, and that's really with that Bruno Guimaraes integrating himself in, and he's supposed to be an absolute baller as well. Aston Villa were very open against Leeds, and from an attacking point of view, fantastic. Coutinho and Ramsey really helped to sort of put Villa into a lead, but they were leading the game 3-1. And they did draw the game 3-3, and they are defensively not quite there really, whether or not. I think Konsa's going to be suspended here as well after getting sent off against Leeds. And Newcastle, both teams to score. Yes, we could just see a high-scoring Newcastle win here. Newcastle seem to be on an upward trajectory. They're bidding for a hat-trick of consecutive Premier League wins, and how amazing is that to say about Newcastle? Game 8, Tottenham against Wolves. We feel a bit like this that we did about the United-Southampton game insofar as that Spurs can't be relied upon. They're certainly not an accumulator pick at home at odds on against a Wolves team who have only lost 3 of their 11 away matches this season. So we just don't think Tottenham from a defensive point of view can be relied upon. Wolves are only 2 points behind Spurs at the time of writing. They play Arsenal. If they were to beat Arsenal, they would actually go above their opponents in this game. But for this game, but Wolves plus half a goal on the Asian handicap seems the logical play here, and that just means we need Wolves to either draw or win the game, and that seems perfectly plausible given how strong they are from a defensive point of view. Leicester go up against West Ham. This is before Leicester's match at Anfield. They were very open at Nottingham Forest, obviously got heavily beaten by championship opponents in that FA Cup game. They will have had a short prep time for this game, but Brendan Rodgers' side might sort of be slightly galvanised by the way he sort of must have given them a stern dressing down after that Forest debacle. West Ham are eyeing a top 4, and they have had wins at 4-1 at Watford and 3-2 at Palace in recent weeks, but they are not always completely at it, West Ham, and obviously nearly got knocked out of the FA Cup at Kidderminster. We're going to have a play on over 2.5 goals and both teams to score, yes, which can be combined to get around the even money mark there, which seems a fair enough play. We will not have a strong opinion here in terms of which team will actually win the game, but we do think there'll be goals, and we do think it'll be sort of a high-scoring affair. So that seems to be the way to enjoy this game rather than sort of hedge your bets on one of the two teams. Those are the 9 Premier League games that make up this weekend's action. Hopefully there's given you a few pointers with regard to what might happen. Head over to WhatAcca.com and you'll see lots of accumulator trebles going up for the weekend's action. We're going to hunt high and low in terms of trying to find a few winners, and hopefully there'll be some rewards for all of our loyal readers as well. So thanks for watching this video. Like and subscribe if you can, and we'll be back with some looking ahead to some more action next week. Cheers for now, guys.